little bit of app, a little bit of strat, a little bit of uh, status pro. I feel plays very easy and quickly. Most of the outs are right off the card. Seldom do you have to use any charts. Just mostly for the extraneous stuff like hit and runs and bunts and range plays and errors. So let's go. This is game 3. So the Astros are at Phil's. They're at Citizens Bank Park. Lefties in this park have an advantage over righties. And it's going to be Altuve leading off, Pena and Alvarez, Bregman, Tucker, Gurriel, Hensley, McCormick, and Maldonado. McCullers is on the mound for the Astros. For the Phils, it's Schwarber, Hoskins, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, Stott, Segura, and Marsh. And on the mound is the lefty Ranger Suarez. Let's start. You roll 3 D10s. 0 to 50 or 49 is off the batter, and 50 to 99 is off the pitcher. See what happens. All right, a 43 will be off the batter, and that's in the out range. 43, 39, and 49 is an out. The 2 is the out. It's a hard hit ground ball at the first baseman, Hoskins. He feels that for the first out of the game. But wait a second, that's the wrong batter. Yikes. I don't think I put these in order. So a 2 would be a slow bouncer right back to the pitcher on Altuve's card. So that's 1 out. All right, let's see if Maldonado is available because he should be in the lineup. And there he is. All right. Here is Jeremy Pena. And an 81 is going to be an out off the pitcher, and a 0 is line and caught by the first baseman. So Pena slices at the opposite field, but right there is Hoskins. Next is Alvarez with a 10, and that's line base hit to right for Alvarez, who's in a deep slump in reality, but he's on first now with 2 outs. And here is Bregman, the pitch from Suarez. It's a 0-2. That's going to be a deep drive. So let's see what happens. And a 39 is going to be a double. Let's see if that'll score Alvarez, who moves up 1. I may be able to score him. Let's see where my charts are. Oh, here they are. So we're going to have to look at this chart because it's a double. It's a question mark. And question mark means that I can try to score him. So what we're going to do is look at right here. This is the chart. It's called the choice chart. So I'm going to roll 2 D10, and it's a 99, and that's going to tell me runner called out on close play, argues, and is ejected. Oh, no. Oh, Alvarez is ejected from the game. But so it's a double. He's out on a close play. And you know what? We're going to eject the manager rather than, we'll just make it 8-2 rather than Alvarez, because then it wouldn't be a great replay if Alvarez is not available. So no runs, 2 hits, and a close play at home plate, and the manager comes out to argue, not happy with the replay result, and he's ejected. So let's go to Kyle Schwarber, beginning of the bottom of the first, no score, and the Phils coming to bat. Kyle Schwarber with a 50. That's going to be a deep drive. And that's a 16. That ball is way back into the seats in center field. So Kyle Schwarber starts off the game for the Phils, and the fans here at Citizens Bank Park are going nuts. Hoskins is next. Pitch from McCullers, 0-1. And this seems to be art imitating life. And this ball is off the wall for a double. So a homer and a double right off the bat for the Phils. off Lance McCullers, and a 35. That'll be an out range for Real Muto. A 3 is grounded to third. Third baseman Bregman will look Hoskins back to second. 1 out. Bryce Harper with a 45. That'll be another out range. 33 to 49 is in the out range with a 3. That's hard hit ball to third again. Staying at second is Hoskins, and here's Nick Castellanos with an 86, and that'll be out in the pitcher's side. And this one is whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's a 6, and that'll be a hard hit ground ball to short, scooped up by Pena over to first. And it's 1 run on 2 hits, 1-0 Phils after the first inning. Tucker leading off the top of the second. The pitcher for Ranger Suarez with a 96 and a 4, and it's ripped to second, over to first, 1 down. Yuli Gurriel is up next, and that's a 78, which will be an out. An 8 is a fly ball center field. And I think he's a rookie, 57, Hemsley. That's off the pitcher, and that's bounced up the middle and through into center for a single. Hemsley, the big steals guy now. And here's Chas McCormick with an 11, and that's going to be ball 4. So Ranger Suarez allows a 2-out hit, and now a walk, and up comes Martin Maldonado. And that is a 51. And a 51 is going to be a deep drive off Ranger Suarez. I'm going to put this over here to 6. And that ball is a 24 way back into the seats, a 3-run shot for Martin Maldonado. Wow. 3-1 Astros. Martin Maldonado gets a hold of one, puts it in the seats, and the Astros are up 3-1 here in the top of the second. And that is a 34, which will be in the out range of Altuve, 29 to 49. 34 falls within that, and the 8 is a fly to right. Nice running catch by Castellanos, and that is the end of the inning. But 3 runs come in on 2 hits. All right, here's Alec Bohm leading up against Lance McCullers with a 97. And that'll be a 5, a hard hit ball right at the third baseman. Bregman Stote is next with a 76. That's a strikeout on McCullers' card. And next is Gene Segura with a 15, and that's a hit by pitch. So Gene Segura is nicked, and he's on at first. Next is Marsh with a 92, and that'll be an out on the pitcher card. A 4 is ground ball to short, flips it to second. Pena to Altuve to retire on the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we move to the top of the third. Pena leading it off against Ranger Suarez. All right, here's a pitch. 53, that's a deep drive again. And a 65 will be a double for Pena. Driving the gap, rolls to the wall. Digging for second ahead of the throw is Pena with a double. Here's Alvarez. And a 71's a strikeout. Goes down on strikes. Got thrown out at the plate and almost got ejected. That's a 0-6 for Bregman. And that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to be a plus sign. So Pena will score. RBI 4-1 now. Astros. Tucker next with a 17, and that's a strikeout. 2 outs. Gurriel runner on first, and a 0-0. That's a deep drive, and that ball's a 49. That's a double. Bregman. Let's see, will Bregman score? We're gonna have to roll to see if he'll score on that one chart, the choice chart. got to play at the plate last time, and this is a 57. And a 57 says he scores on a double. 5-1. Next is David Hensley with a 27, and that's a base on balls. So first and second. Pitching coach goes out to talk to Suarez, who's struggling here in the last 2 innings. McCormick with a 39, and that'll end the inning at 2 as a bouncer at first. And Hoskins makes the play. 2 runs come in on 3 hits. They leave a couple. And it's 5-1 Astros. Yikes. And bottom of the third, Schwarber leading it off with a 96. 96. There'll be an out off the pitcher's card. Popped up. Left side, third baseman. Bregman. Hoskins next. And that's a 52. That's going to be deep drive chart. And a 20 is way back. Left center field. And that ball's out of here. Hoskins. Homers. He's 2 for 2. That's a 5-2 ball game. Realmuth is next. And an 84 is an out with a 0. That's ripped and caught by Gurriel at first. 2 out. Here's Bryce Harper with a 0-3. That's a deep drive. And that ball's down the line into the corner. It's going to be a double for Harper. Stand-up double. Got a hold of one. Ripped it down the line. And extracted by Tucker, gets it into second baseman Altuve, and a 2-out double for Harper. Nick Castellanos, here's a pitch, and that's a 67. Struck him out, and that ends the inning. 1 run on a couple of hits. 5-2 the score. Go top of the 4th. All righty, Maldonado up. He has a 3-run homer today, 34, and he's going to ground one out to the third baseman. Boom. Next is the top of the order. Altuve with a 69. That's off the pitcher, and that's a strikeout. He's 0 for 3 in this game. Here's Pena with a 1 for 2 with a double, and he's going to pick up a base hit. Rips one to left center, played on a hop by left fielder Schwarber. And Alvarez with a 26, and he strikes out to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we move to the bottom of the 4th. Bohm leading off against Lance McCullers, who settled down quite a bit. He strikes out. Bohm. First 2 batters got hits, and after that he retired 5 in a row, gave up a hit by pitch, and then home run the 3rd and a double. But he settled down somewhat. He's got 3 strikeouts. And here's Stott, excuse me. And that's an 82 with a 5, and he ripped to second base on a hop to Altuve, and that's 2 outs. Gene Segura next with a 42, and again, that's within the out range. A 9 is a fly ball center field. On the run is McCormick, and he tracks it down. No runs, no hits. Top of the 5th, 5-2 Astros. Bregman leading off against Ranger Suarez with a 99. And that's going to be an out with a 5. Hard hit ball to short, scooped up by Stott. And he makes the play. Tucker next with a 28. And that's a fly out again to center field. And it's a 51. That's going to be a deep drive on Gurriel's card. And that ball is off the wall. No, that ball is going to be a fly ball to center field to end the inning. All right. No runs, no hits. Go to bottom of the 5th. Marsh leading it off with a 77. That's a strikeout. One down. Kyle Schwarber with a 0-2. That's going to be, and a 0-0 is going to be a park effect. I had an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball deep center field at the track is McCormick, and he makes the catch. And a 63. That's off McCullers. That's ball 4. 2-out walk to Hoskins. And here comes JT Realmuto with a 52. That's a deep drive. And this ball is an 88, which is a double. And Hoskins, we're not going to try to score him. We're going to hold up. Hoskins it's a question mark, so I'd have to roll to try to score him. You know what? I'm going to try to score him. And I believe he scores on this. I believe he scores on this with 44, and he does score. So it's 5-3. And it's Harper next. Pitch to Harper, 75. Struck him out. I retired the side. Oh, jeez. 1 run on one big double, 2-out double by Realmuto. Scores 5-3. Astros. And Ranger Suarez still in the game here in the 6th inning. This will probably be his last inning. Let me see. He can go 9. He's gone 1, 2, and then 5 innings. That's 7. He's given up a run. That's 8. He's not allowed 5 in a row to get on base. So he's still okay. For one more inning, 0-0. That's going to be an 84 is a double. Double leading off for Hensley. Next is McCormick. And that's a 96, which will be an out. A 5 is a hard hit ground ball to short. Runner will hold on that. Next is Maldonado, who's 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer, and a 27 struck him out. And I believe that's going to be it for Suarez. He's gone 3 plus 5, that's 8. He can go 9, but he's given up a run, so he's at 9. Now he's at 9 because he's going around in the lineup. See, he's been around 1, 2, 3 times. So he's going to pitch to one batter, fatigued. Hopefully he doesn't come back to hurt us. Here's a pitch, and that is a 28 defense. And a 62 is a ground ball to third. Third baseman, I believe, is a 3. Bohm, I believe, is a 3 at third. And that's going to be an error. A 1-base error. So the runner will hold at third, E5. And we're going to go to the bullpen. Righty Pena's up. We're going to bring in Brogdon. Connor Brogdon to pitch. So he goes 5 2/3. See what happens with Pena. Here's a pitch, 1st and 3rd. 24, struck him out. Big strikeout for Connor Brogdon. Brogdon got him on the slider. No runs, 1 hit to left. An error here by the home team. And they trail. Phillies trail 5-3. Bottom of the 6th, it's Castellanos leading off. McCullers is still in there. McCullers can go. He's still okay. He's got 1, 2, and then 5. That's 7. Around the order twice, and 5 innings. That's 7. Giving up a run. That's 8. Can go 10. That's a 69, and that's a strikeout. Strikes out Castellanos, who chases a ball out of the strike zone. Here's Bohm, 15, and that's ball 4. So Bohm walks and stop. Pitch 16, and that is a strikeout. So 5, 6, 7. And here's Gene Segura. with a 28, and that is an out. A 6 is going to be ripped to short, second for the force, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, one left. We go to the top of the 7th. 5-3. Astros got a pretty good game going here. Connor Brogdon still in the game against Alvarez. 40, that's an out. 2, it's a hard hit ball at the first baseman. With that 0, we have 3-1. And here's Bregman. 46, that's off, an out off Bregman's card. It's fly ball left field. A couple of steps to his left is Schwarber, and he gets there. And here's Tucker. Kyle Tucker with a 74. Struck him out. 3 up and 3 down. Easy inning for Brogdon. And we'll need a new pitcher next inning. All right, Marsh is leading off. We're going to bring in a new pitcher for McCullers is going to be out. I'm going to bring in, let's see. Bring in Montero. So he goes 6. And then it's Montero coming in, facing Brandon Marsh. Here's the pitch. 0-0. Oh boy. See what happens. And that ball is an 84, a double. In the gap, rolls to the wall. Marsh is on at second base. So the tying run is at the plate now for the Phillies. They trail by 2. Okay, so runner Marsh is in at second base. New pitcher is Montero. Schwarber is up. I hate the way I wrote this. Just put a W there. Just cut out half his letters. There it is. All right. Here's a pitch from Montero. 87. That's off Montero's card, and the 3 is going to be a hard hit ball at Bregman. Feels it and fires a strike to Gurriel at first. So 1 out. Next is Hoskins, Rhys Hoskins. He's 2 for 2 today with a double and a homer, and then walked in the 3rd. He scored 2 runs and drove in 1. So this is a big opportunity for him here to tie up this game. With a 1 swing of the bat, it's 5-3 Astros here in the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch. It just went by. Here's a pitch, and that's a 53, and that will be, just misses. There's actually, Montero has no deep drive number, so it would have had to have been a deep drive off Hoskins' card. 53 is going to be a single, and Marsh's speed. Let's see, Marsh is a center fielder, so let's see what kind of speed he has. He has average speed with 2 outs. It will go up to fast. We rolled a 53, and that's going to be a average. Okay, so he's going to hold at third base because that's just a regular single. Had it been a single plus, then he would have a chance to score, I believe, off the top of my head. And single plus would have given him, yes, an opportunity to score. Single plus is really for guys that drive in a lot of runs, so they'll have a lot of single pluses. So Realmuto is up, and Realmuto doubled in his last at bat in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's coming to bat with runners on 1st and 3rd against Rafael Montero, who's one of the aces for the Astros staff. Here in the bottom of the 7th, scores 5-3 Astros, but the Phillies are threatening. And here's the pitch to Realmuto, and that's going to be an 18. Struck him out. That's 2 outs now, so Realmuto heads back to the bench, and here is Bryce Harper, probably the most dangerous hitter on the Philadelphia team. Bryce Harper, he's 1 for 3 with a double, and he's batting here with 2 men on and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th with the Phillies trailing by 2 runs. So what's very interesting is that the Astros don't have any real lefties that they've they've used out of the bullpen. Like I've not seen that. Urquidy's a righty, Ryan Presley's a righty. I haven't seen them use Taylor. I don't even know if he's on the team. Stanek is a righty. Abreu they've used, and he's a righty. Valdez is a starter. Neris and Garcia they've used, and they're both righties. So they have like no lefties in the pen that I can see. So we're gonna have Montero face Harper, and here goes. And that's going to be a 35, and that's going to be an out. Hard hit ground ball at short. Pena scoops it over to first, and that retires the side. So the Phillies had a great opportunity there. They leave two men on. They had a leadoff double, failed to score. Go to top of the eighth. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Phillies. It's going to be Bellotti. And he'll face Gurriel. Here's a pitch, and that's an 81. Struck him out. Gurriel swings through a fastball. Hensley, the rookie, I believe he is, that's an 80 back-to-back Ks for Andrew Bellotti. And next is McCormick, Chas McCormick, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Scored a 0-1. That's a deep drive, and that ball is going to be deep drive to 6. He's a righty, and that's going to be a deep drive to center field. To the warning track, to the wall is Marsh, and caught at the wall. No runs, no hits. McCormick drives one deep, but stays in the park. Wind kept it in. And we go to the bottom of the eighth with the Phils trailing by 2. So this is a good one. Probably the closest game. It was a blowout. The first one was a blowout in favor of the Astros. The second game was a blowout in favor of the Phillies. This game is a 2-run game here in the bottom of the eighth. And we got to go to a new pitcher. And that new pitcher is going to be, let's see who that new pitcher is going to be for the Astros. It's going to be Hector Neris. Going to bring in Neris for the Astros. So 1 inning from Montero. And now it's Neris. All right, he's going to face Nick Castellanos. Trailing by 2. Here's the pitch, and that's a 99. That'll be an out on a 4. Bounce to second. Altuve over to first and in time. Bohm now. Bohm is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Bohm. That's a 99 again, and out. That's ripped and caught by the third baseman, Bregman. 2 out. And here is Stote, excuse me. Or Stott. Man. So it's Stott, like stop. Stop, like stop. All right. And that's a 15, which will be struck him out. He struck Stott, strikes out. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits. And we go to the top of the 9th. It's going to be a new pitcher for Nelson and somebody else. Okay, let's grab a new pitcher. Who's coming up? Segura, Marsh. It's going to be Rick Nelson. Here he is. So Nelson's going to come in and face Maldonado. Here's a pitch, and that's a 13. Struck him out. 1 out. Top of the order now. It's going to be Altuve and Pena, 2 righties, against Nick Nelson with a 22, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. So Altuve 0 for 5 today. And here's Pena, Jeremy Pena with a 29, and that's a defensive check. 1 roll, they changed it, 24, and oh, no, that's the wrong. Oh, it's under all my stuff. Okay, 24. We're going to go. So then we're going to roll a second time. This is the second roll chart, and that's a 33. And that's going to be an error on the catcher. Let's see. The catcher, Realmuto, is a catcher 3. What do we roll? 33. On a catcher 3, it's an E, a one base error. So it's an E2. On base is Pena. Pena with a 13. And Nelson is it's got no hold rating. Where's the hold on the pitcher? Hold rating on the pitcher. Let's see, I don't see any hold rating on the pitchers. You usually get a hold rating. Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay, they put it in a new spot. All right. So Nelson's hold rating is +1. And then Realmuto throwing arm is -1. So +1 -1 is a 13. So there goes Pena. Anything higher and he's out. And it's you got to add him. That's a 6. So he steals second base. And Alvarez is up. The Phillies are going to bring in Alvarado to face. So 2/3 for Nelson. Bilotti went 1. And here comes Alvarado to face the lefty, Alvarez. All right, here goes. And that's a 40, which will be a hard hit ground ball to first base. Nice play by Hoskins. And that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last licks for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 9th. And it's going to be Elvis Presley coming in. So, oh, I put him in the wrong. So Neris should have been, no, that's correct. Neris went 1 inning. And now it's going to be Presley for the, a little confusing because I know Neris used to be a Philly. So let's find Presley, Elvis Presley here to close out this game. Ryan Presley, excuse me. All right, he will face the bottom of the order. Segura, Marsh, and Schwarber. Here's a pitch, and that's an 83 defense. Let me grab my defensive chart over here. I like it better. This is no, this is the 71 chart. Ah, there it is. There's my 1-roll chart. Okay, so this is a 2-roll chart. Oh no, it's a 1-roll chart. All right, a 53, and that's going to be base hit, range play, pass Segura. I'm sorry, pass Altuve. So it's a single for Segura. And we'll just check Altuve real quick, make sure. I believe Altuve is just an average 3. A 5 is really good. A 1 is terrible, and he is a 2 actually. So he's not very good at all. All right, so the tying run is now at the plate in Brandon Marsh. Who do we have to pinch hit? Let's see who they've been using to hit. Anybody with power? Verling. They got any Verling. See if they got a lefty on the bench. No. Derek Hall. But no. Garrett Stubbs. I don't even know if has he been hitting Garrett Stubbs. I don't know. Marsh is a lefty, so we'll let him bat. Here's a pitch. And that's a 0-3. That's going to be a deep drive. Holy smokes. Deep drive. So this game could be tied with a 4. And a 73 is going to be a double. Stopping at third is going to be Segura. So it's going to be second and third. The tying runs on base and both in scoring position here. And here comes Schwarber, Kyle Schwarber. So Presley has got himself in a predicament. And the Phils trail 5-3, but with no outs, he got second and third. It was a single by Segura and then a double by Marsh, his second consecutive double. Hit one in the seventh and now hit one in the ninth. And here's going to be, we're going to face Kyle Schwarber, Rhys Hoskins, and Realmuto. You couldn't ask for more in a game, but as you can see, deep drive baseball doesn't offer just blowouts like the games 1 and 2. One was a blowout for the Astros, the other one was a blowout for the Phils, but in this game, it's a close game. It's a nail biter for sure. And here comes Kyle Schwarber, the lefty, against the closer for the Astros, Ryan Presley. Here's a pitch. And that's a 17. Struck him out. Schwarber goes down on strikes. Big pitch by Ryan Presley. 1 out now. Second and third. Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins is 3 for 3 today with a walk. He's got a single, a double, and a homer. He's driven in 1, and a triple would give him the cycle. Here goes. And that's an 84 defensive check. Yikes. See what happens. Defensive check with a 17. And that is going to be to the second baseman, Altuve, who's a 2. That's going to be an error. He bobbles it. Everybody's 1 run comes in. So it's an E4 on Altuve. And the tying run is at third base now. First and third with 1 out. So a ground ball to Altuve, and they would have the run would have scored anyway. So I'm going to give an RBI because they were playing back, and but now there's only still 1 out, and the tying run is at third base. He can't score on a sacrifice fly, so they're going to be forced to play the infield in here in this situation, trying to prevent that tying run. Score is 5-4 here now in the bottom of the ninth. And the Phils trail by 1 run. Here comes JT Realmuto. Realmuto today's 1 for 4. He doubled in the 5th. He struck out in the 7th. And he will face Ryan Presley. And here is the pitch with the infield in. Going to be nuts. And that's going to be a 32. Oh, just missed being a defense check. It's going to be a ground ball to third. And runner will hold. And it's runner Hoskins to second base. And here comes Harper. So it's second and third. Harper now up. And should they walk him and face the righty Castellanos? They should, because the go-ahead run is already on base anyway. So let's walk Harper, intentionally walk Harper. I know nobody wants to see that right now, but it's what's going to happen. They're going to intentionally walk Harper to load the bases to face Nick Castellanos. Ryan Presley here under all sorts of pressure with the bases loaded and 2 outs, trying to save this game for the Astros and give the Astros a 2-1 lead in the 3-game set. And Nick Castellanos, who is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts, is up in a critical position. Base hit here would probably, would probably give the Phillies the game. And of course, the crowd would definitely go wild. So here's Nick Castellanos. He steps in the box. Ryan Presley checks in with Maldonado for the sign, sets and deals. And here it is. And a 40 is going to be a fly ball right field coming over as Tucker settles under it, makes the catch, and wow. The Astros and Presley pull it out, barely. 1 run on 2 hits and an error in that bottom of the ninth. The final score is the Astros 5, the Phils 4, and it was 1. Let's try again. Wait a second. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits. Errors for the Astros, none. Oh, 1, excuse me. 1 big error. And there was an error, third baseman error. Bohm made an error for the Phils. That was 2 errors for the, 2 errors and 1 for Realmuto. 2 errors by the Phillies And how many hits for the Phillies? They had 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 9, 1 for the Astros, 4, 9, 2 for the Phillies. In Game 3, the Astros take Game 3, and the victory. Oh wow, who's going to get the victory now? Well, they scored early, so I'm going to give the victory to McCullers, who went 6 innings. The save is going to go to Presley, and the loss is going to go to Suarez. And that's it for this game. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, Game 3 of the 2022 World Series. The Astros take it 5-4, barely survive. And Game 4 is coming up tonight, and then I'll probably play it tomorrow morning. And we'll see how things match up. But again, the home runs for the Phils by Schwarber, by Hoskins. Home runs for the Astros by Maldonado, a 3-run shot. That was a huge home run by Maldonado. And this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to like and subscribe my channel, and to join the Universal Facebook Association Baseball group and all its affiliated groups. And I will see you guys very, very soon with some more tabletop baseball action. Take care, guys.